How did you meet Paul Constantinescu?
I met him through his brother, actually. We were friends before all that, and he introduced me, and then we started band and all that.
Was that in Cleveland?
Yeah.
It was called Saber, right? Played the 80s metal
Saber,
song?
yeah. Yep. And he was like a very nice guy.
Right.
So I just don't understand how he could like be a part of all this.
And I guess the band dissolved in the mid-80s?
Yeah, it dissolved.
Was it a demo record, or were you guys signed?
No, we weren't signed. It was more like a independent thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all up on like maybe half a dozen songs or so, or up on YouTube.
They're on YouTube?
Yeah, there's some guy that documents obscure metal bands, and he has like an encyclopedia, and he has a website, and then he also uploads to YouTube. So there's no video of it, but it's the album art and the music.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Sometime they moved out. Paul and his brother moved out to California, to Hollywood.
Yeah.
And Paul was Paul's brother had a rubber stamp company, and I think Paul worked there. He also was a guitar salesman.
Guitar salesman, yep.
And did you know him? Were you still in touch with him at that time?
No, actually, we just got in touch around, I think it was about maybe like 4 years ago. We got in touch again, but I stopped talking to him before all that.
All right. So did you know when he was on TV? Did you see that back in '06?
I didn't see it when it aired. I saw it in like 2000, like 2 years later.
Like on a rerun?
Yeah, rerun.
And were you shocked to see him on there?
Yeah, I was very shocked. I mean,
bet.
I was with him all his times, and he was like a really good guy, man. I just can't imagine him ever doing something like that.
Yeah, so he took it to the trial, but he got convicted of attempted lewd and lascivious act with a minor and attempted oral sodomy of a minor. He got 90 days in jail.
90 days?
He got 90 days and a fine and sex offender registry.
Yeah, it's
now,
just for life, isn't it?
Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, but I think all the guys that got caught in California got life on it. So, yeah, he's on it for life. And then what was that, maybe 2011 or so, 2012, the Satara Stratton thing happened.
Yep, exactly, yeah. Yeah, I do want to go into that, because, yeah, he was never convicted.
She was a young actress. She was like 25, and he worked on films in the crew, and they met up, and then he introduced her to heroin, and then supposedly he was keeping her in the brothers' rubber stamp place, like in a small room off of that. Pardon?
That was not true.
He wasn't keeping her there.
No, he was not. He was there on her own will.
Right.
And well, he did make a very bad mistake of bringing drugs to her. I understand that, but he was not keeping her against her will, and he was not trafficking her or anything like that.
Yeah, I think she said that he was prepping her to be sold to Koreans and a sex slave, is what she said.
That is absolute bullshit.
I threw a couple of business cards at him. I said, "You do that, because I'm not going away."
With that, Detective Sasso concludes the interview.
We're done.
And Paul leaves.
And 2 days later, she shows up at Cedars-Sinai Hospital with a heroin overdose.
After months of searching, Sharon Stratton's daughter, Satara, is found alive.
So I guess he dropped her off. The police were giving him the business and bringing him in. And according to the investigative discovery show they did on it, that they were bringing him in, questioning him, and he said he didn't know where she was, and they said, "We're going to make your life hell until we find her." And then a week or so later, she turned up at the hospital, at the ER.
Oh, the ER.
Yeah, at the
emergency
room.
Overdose, right?
Yeah, she was on heroin at the time. I don't know if she was overdosing. She was lucid. She was talking. She wasn't unconscious, and she was underweight and kind of battered and bruised up. They said, and then her mom took her back home after that. But how are
yeah,
you so confident that he didn't have much to do with that?
Well, because I know him like through all that, and he actually told me like he was never convicted of it. So I mean, I can't really say for sure that he wasn't a part of it.
Right.
But I could tell. Like one of her friends came to me and told me that he wasn't keeping her against her will.
Yeah, we talked to one of her friends. I forget her
name.
But one of her friends that was kind of dating Paul not too long ago made some posts about it. Like she didn't even know he was on the To Catch a Predator show. But she kind of echoed that same story that you said, that he was trying to be a nice guy and he was giving her money and drugs, but he wasn't holding her against her will.
No, he was not. But yeah, it was still bad that he was giving her drugs. I admit that.
Why do you think she would have told that story?
Just to get him arrested, I guess. I mean, maybe she had like some kind of personal vendetta against him, and she just didn't like him, so she just thought she'd make him some story.
Right.
I mean, that's really the only thing I could think of.
How did you guys get back in touch?
Well, he actually called me one time and said, "You want to get some dinner?" And we catched up and stuff.
Right.
And then he told me about all this shit,
He's not in California anymore.
No, he's not. Nope. That's the last time I saw him was about in June, I think.
On the California sex offender registry, he's listed as absconded, like he took off.
Absconded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Called me I think it was about a couple months ago and told me he was moving.
I guess the state of California doesn't know that he moved.
I guess not. I guess they didn't tell him or anything.
Right. So is he like near you? Are you guys back in Ohio?
No, I'm still in California. He moved back to Ohio.
So he's back in Ohio. You're in California?
Yes. And the last time I saw him was in June. He looked really sober to me. He cut his hair.
Right.
He had some stubble on him, but he looked really healthy.
Okay.
So that's good.
What is he up to now? What is he doing for work and stuff?
I'm looking for work and stuff.
Actually, I don't think he ever told me what he was doing for work, actually, now I think about it.
You guys, did you talk about getting the band back together?
We're putting the band back together.
Forget it. No way.
Getting his brother and, jamming out?
We're putting the band back together.
No, we're too old for that now.
Oh, come on. The Stones just went on tour. They're all in their 70s. What are you talking about?
That's true. Maybe one day we will.
Do you think he'd ever want to talk? Do you think you could pass my number on to him?
I actually could. I could call him tomorrow and then give him your number. I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't.
Yeah, no, that would be good. We talked to a couple people that were on the show, and they had a much different recollections of what people thought. So it would be nice to hear his side of the story.
Yeah.
Because you get the side they show on TV, and they don't really follow up with them.
I know. Yeah, they don't. Also, I want to talk about that Dateline stuff.
Pardon?
Oh, you said I want to talk about what they do, because she actually showed me the actual chat log before Yahoo Messenger was deleted.
Now the chat log is up on the Perverted Justice website.
Yes, I did look at it, and that was not what he showed me. He showed me a completely different chat. That was the address that they listed in the show.
Right.
So that's why I was talking about the entrapment stuff.
So you saying that he said he had a whole different type of chat?
Yes, he showed me the actual chat, and the girl said she was there was two chats. One said the girl was 24.
Yeah. Well, I thought she was 24. That's why I came over. My computer kind of flipped out, and I thought she said she was 24 because I was talking to a couple different people at the same time.
And that was the sexual chat that's on the show.
Right.
But then there was one where she said she was 13, and he said he backed off after that. But they transformed them both into one thing. So they got the age of the girl, but then put in the sexual chat that he did with the other girl.
And you said he has a separate chat, and he still has that.
Oh yes, he does.
See, that would be interesting to see.
Well, I don't think Yahoo Messenger is around anymore, so I don't think I could be able to get him to send me it or anything.
Well, I mean, he took a screenshot of it.
Maybe he did. I'll have to ask
maybe
him.
he archived it somehow. But, did he show that? Do you know if he showed that at his trial?
I don't think he showed it at his trial, no. I don't know why he wouldn't, but...
Yeah. Because most people pled guilty, but he took it to trial. And most people don't.
Yeah.
Most people will take a deal. So...
Yeah, he never told me if he showed it or not, but I doubt he did. I don't think he would have gotten all this if he wasn't.
Chris Hansen has a YouTube channel now, and he's been trying to reach out to people caught on the show and interview them to see how it's going. Yeah, and so far he hasn't been able to get in touch with anybody.
I wonder if he would, Paul. I could ask him about Chris Hansen and you. Maybe he could do both of you.
Yeah, he could text me or he could call me, and I'd be
Okay.
I'd be happy to chat. You should tell him also to get in touch with California because it looks like they want him out there, at least based on the registry.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to tell him that. Sure.
All right, great. Anything else you want me to know about him, Peter?
I mean, I just want everyone. Are you recording this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want everyone to know that he is a good man, and that he never kept her against her own will. And this thing you saw on Dateline, that was not true. It was a completely different chat. So I just want everyone to know that.